Time to practice what I preach. Anna here with retired Guido Capri. There she is. I'm holding the leash and using my white ID cane. Yes, my identification cane that I shared with you a few months ago, and I'm here waiting for a ride from someone that is picking me up. And Anna just, took off exploring this area just to see how it is just to walk with the ID cane. Capri's not guiding anymore, but you know what? She's still in the guide dog mode. And I haven't shared these, but Capri's eyes are not as healthy as they used to be. And that is sad, right, Capri? I apply eye drops every single day, twice a day. And I noticed that her eyesight is not doing very well. But Capri has an appointment to go and see the eye doctor. My gosh, how sad. Being a guide dog for almost, 8 years. And then having eyesight issues, not good. But anyway, Anna is here practicing what she preaches all the time, because it's about setting an example, it's about setting an example and action, show the action, not just blabbing about it. So while I'm waiting for my ride, I just took out my ID cane because I was holding on to someone, right? I was holding on to someone, and they had to go somewhere. And you know how it is to need a ride, right? You just have to wait for whenever they are ready. But the thing is not about getting upset. It's about taking the opportunity to go and explore your surroundings. So there is a line of, I guess it's a kind of like, not a really shopping center. It's like one of those places where there is a kind of like all these stores or businesses on my right side, and over here on the side is all the cars parking lot, street, and straight ahead is the post office, which is where we came, and someone had an emergency, so they had to leave, and I'm here. So the white ID cane is actually strong enough. This is my fiberglass ID cane from Revolutions, and it's pretty steady, it's not bad at all, but it's the size of a pencil. The thickness is the size of a pencil. So let's walk and see if I can do this videotaping, because it's really when we are going blind, or we are blind, the first thing that is going to help us is going through the grieving process. Take your time, but then after that you cannot stay in the grieving process for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. No, if you are been taking 20 years to go through the grieving process, then we have to talk about it. No, I'm serious. You have to grab your cane and start practicing hand movements, right? Practice how to hold your cane. First thing is actually go through the grieving process, and then find a location where you can get a mobility instructor, orientation and mobility instructor. And if you still have sight, even better, because you can still see what's around, and you can start practicing your cane. So see, I'm just walking, Capri's not guiding, because this is what I have this is where I have the leash. I'm not even holding it with my hand, it's just here on my through my arm next to my elbow, and I'm just videotaping with my left hand, landscape mode, and I'm just using my ID cane. And you know the technique that I'm using? Yes, I can say technique. Yes, technique. Yes, technique. Someone is calling me and it's not fun. Okay, so I got a phone call and I had to answer. All right, Capri, so let's go. So being blind is not fun. I know, it's not. And that's what we have. So you either stay home, cry about it for years and years, or you realize that people care and they don't care. I mean, that sounds really bad, right? Sounds drastic, but that's what I say in Spanish. People care and they don't care. Yes, they love us, but their life continues. They have to go to work, family members have to go to work, They have to go out and about. They just continue doing whatever they need and have to do, right? And for us, it should be the same. That's why I say that we have to have a vision, right? A vision for the day, for the week, for the month, for the year, and for life. If you don't find a vision and find direction in which way you want to go when you are blind or you have a disability, then you are lost, right? So I'm just filling with my cane, see, and I'm able to do it. Even with a stick, if you don't have a white cane, like a lot of our people in other parts of the world, they don't even have a white cane, right? So the technique that I'm following, I've been taking mobility lessons in the last months because I'm waiting, to get my next guy though. Caprice retire. And the technique that I'm using, because all the stores are on the right hand side, is the touch and drag. But the one that I use all the time on the sidewalk is constant touch, right? Where you are always having contact with the sidewalk, and that is, I guess, pretty much for advanced blind people, I don't know. No, I'm lying to you. The constant touch, I think, is usually for beginners, where you are swinging the cane from left to right, and you're always touching the ground. And that's when you do the constant touch that helps you, from what I understand, to maintain a straight line, which, don't believe Anna, when she crosses the street, she either veers to the right or to the left, depending where the traffic is. Okay, so I receive a text message that they're picking me up. Anyway, so let me see if I can show this. Caprice just standing to my left. She's not even guiding. But with my white cane, constant touch when you're on the sidewalk, if you want to keep a straight line. And I've been getting good at it. So hopefully I'm showing the cane from the left to right, and you're just doing this. Left, right, you're walking. Hopefully I'm showing, right? I'm not even touching the wall, right? Now if I want to do the drag and touch, or touch and drag, it's called, touch the wall, let me see if I can say it. Touch the wall and then drag to the left. Touch the wall, drag, touch, drag, touch, drag. And this is when you want to use either the wall or the grass or the edge of the sidewalk as a reference to know that you're following the wall, I guess, right? So that's what I'm doing. Now, I mean, we know when we're next to a wall, right? People always ask, how do you know that the wall is there? How do you know that is something? Because we know, right? So, and now with my Sunuban, I know that there is something in front of me, because it starts detecting through the haptic vibrations. It has ultrasonic technology, so it tells me that something is there. And guess what? I just found a step right here. See? For those who told me that the white cane, the ID cane, was not designed to be out there, I know. I totally know that. But let me tell you that there is people, blind people, or people with low vision, that they have mobility issues. Their hand, they have a condition going on. And white canes, the regular white canes, are difficult to open, to use. And I know for you that have healthy and strong hands, this might not be the case. So the ID cane, the fiberglass ID cane, works for people that have those situations. And as you just notice, this is working on the for me right now. I mean, it's very steady, strong. So there is a step, find the step, go, another step, and 3 steps, right? We are just walking, doing the constant touch, left, right, left, right, left, right. And people might be thinking, this lady, she's videotaping. Is she pretending to be blind? Capri? No. Now we're gonna go back. I just turn around. Let me find. It's probably the sidewalk. It's probably the parking lot. And let me see if there is an edge to the sidewalk. We don't want to end up in the parking lot. All right. So we don't want to go beyond that because the surface is changing and it's probably the parking lot. So let's go back to the wall, and this is my point of reference just so I don't get lost, right? And this is what we have to do. When you are sighted, you just glance around, see whatever. But for me, I had to go back and go find the wall and follow the wall, right? And I don't have to be touching with the white cane, but I can just, you know, do the constant touch where my cane is just constant. I was gonna show you that if the sidewalk was over here, the edge of the sidewalk was on the right, I can do the touch and drag as well. I can feel the curve and drag, touch the curve and drag. And if there was grass here, I would do the same, either left or right. But in this case, I'm just gonna do the constant. And Capri wants to be sniffing. Look at her. She's trying to sniff. Are you trying to sniff, Capri? You know what? It's so nice here because it's so cold and there is some sunlight. It's coming out. The sun is doing a peekaboo. Right, Capri? And Capri's not really a guide dog anymore. She's just sniffing. Are you sniffing, Capri? Yeah? Yeah, she is. All right. So let's go back. Right? See? Even with my ID cane, I just fell. I'm just feeling the steps going down. See? Let's go down, Capri. Let's go down and 3 steps. And it's not difficult doing it when you're videotaping because I'm used to that. I'm holding my phone with my left hand. I don't care if people is looking at me. Of course, it's easier when I have my chest mount and my phone is just mounted. And of course, I'm multitasking. All right, one of the scariest parts is heavy traffic or noisy places when you're blind. And the scariest thing is finding weird guys around you. Yes. Oh my gosh, that makes me anxious, makes me nervous. And I don't think this place is like the nicest place around. So there goes my video. Anyway, I'm just walking and following. Now all the businesses are to my left and I'm just walking. I'm used to just videotaping. I don't know if my videos are okay, but yeah, just using my ID cane because I didn't think I was gonna be waiting for, here. But anyway, I just thought I would share with you. Now I've been practicing how to learn how to use my north, south, east, and west. How to use sound as a point of reference. How to identify corners, which is very helpful. And how to... And Capri, you're sniffing. Don't pick up anything from the floor. See, she's not a guide though, so she's just pulling back, walking behind me. So and how to use the sun as a point of reference. One of these days my mobility instructor picked me up, Oh, hello. Okay, I think it's weird people or regular people. I don't know. I'm always wondering. That makes me anxious. Over here outside this business, there is a lot of stuff. I don't know what those things are. Maybe, I think it's a liquor store. I don't know. No, that's another question. Actually, going into those businesses, it's easy for me to find doors because I'm not embarrassed about exploring outside and just asking and touching walls. But when you are going through the white cane denial syndrome, it's challenging because you care a lot about what others think about you. When you pass that, believe me that you're gonna be exploring places just like I do. And just going around the obstacles that are on the sidewalk and just following. Now I'm using the touch and drag technique. But anyway, My mobility instructor was pick me up and not pick me up. He just came to my house and we went out for the mobility lesson. And he asked me, "Okay, Anna, so where is the sun? Are you able to tell where the sun is?" And I kind of pointed. I have light perception, but I can't even really make out the sun anymore. But I could see the brightness. And he was like, "It's right there." And he goes, "You know what? I hear cars. I think we got to the end of these businesses, and I'm just gonna go back." And I told him. He asked me, "Where is it? On the side, east, north, south, east, or west?" And I told him, "I think it's on a little bit to the south." And he goes, "It's important." So we went out and had a really good mobility lesson. And I go like, "Oh my gosh, I've been blind for years and there are things that I didn't even know." He goes, "Yes, we suggest for you to have 100 hours of orientation and mobility lessons. And Anna, you always cancel." You would just call me to have learn how to get from class to class. When you went to the university, you would just call me to learn places, and you always call me whenever you get a new job. And I go, "I do." But he goes, "You never took those 100 hours of mobility." I go like, "No, but now I want to do it." He goes, "I guess it's never too late." And he goes, "How come after years of being blind?" I go, because one of the things that I notice is that a lot of people that is getting older, or they get older, and they get very they just stay home. They stop going out. He goes, "I noticed that too." And I asked him questions about it. As a mobility instructor for 30 years, tell me about it. I don't want to be one of those blind that is just going to be staying home. Even if I'm getting older, unless I get sick and I'm not able to, if I'm not able to walk anymore. I mean, if we don't die, there is going to be a point that we're just not going to be able to do much. Hopefully that won't be the case. But he goes, "Yeah, I noticed people start getting a little afraid of going out. They get comfortable." He goes like, "I don't know what it is, but I noticed that." And I go like, "I don't want that to happen to me. I just want to remain active." And here I am, sharing with you that you can actually just, I don't know, if you have the money, take a taxi somewhere, have your mobility instructor teach you how to get around, go to the stores. I mean, I take a pre for walks every day, twice a day. And sometimes I just go even to the pharmacy, drugstore. Just, like I came back, I'm again using these steps out here. I just go to I went to CVS and I just stay there like for an hour, seeing things with my hands. And I found a lot of stuff that I go like, how much is this? How much is this? So I called the Be My Eyes people. They told me prices. And I found these cute warm blankets on sale. So I purchased some. Capri, stop. She's pulling me. She's probably smelling someone or sniffing something. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you. I just wanted to share with you that it's about not just preaching, but it's actually practicing, showing action, which is how we're gonna make a difference in the vision of inclusion of people with disabilities, blind people. But this is mainly going to be making a huge difference for you if you're going through the white cane denial syndrome, if you're losing your sight, if you are blind and you are home and you have never really taken the time to take mobility lessons, and just go out there and you're waiting for someone to actually go with you everywhere. I know it is uncomfortable doing things just by yourself, but believe me, you'll learn to like it. You'll learn to enjoy going to a restaurant, going to church, going to places by yourself, and just doing your nails and whatever. And it's nice to have a ride like I did today, but people, they have to do their own stuff, just like it happened to me right now. And I'm waiting here. And yep, anyway, I'll see you next time. And if you like my silly videos, share with others. Again, my YouTube channel is Blind with a Vision, where we always have a vision, bilingual in English and Spanish. So if you know anyone who speaks Spanish, tell them about me, everything about me. And visit me on my Facebook fan page on Facebook, with where I share with you a lot of my Anna visions. Alrighty, I'll see you next time. Adios. Bye. Say bye, Capri. Say bye.